I want to pull cards on what is happening in the Florida school system. What I heard today is just beyond egregious. They say, oh, yeah, well, you can teach about slavery, but you have to tell about all the great things they learned being slaves, how they were benefited by it. They learned all these skills. They learned housekeeping. They learned farming. So what's going to happen with this? I just hope that this idiot gets voted out and they return things back to actual schooling. So we have a doorway with it. We're looking at these dark things that they're learning, okay? Which is totally skewing what actually happened. It's total lies being perpetrated now as some sort of truth. Oh, it must be that thing. What is it? Alternative facts. Lies, just like Truth Social, which is Lies Central. It's right up there in the same category. So what we have is generosity, okay? A generous door for publicity, okay? So that's what we have. Generous door, generosity, a doorway of darker conversations. So it looks like later they're going to have a lot of conversations, generous conversations about this doorway of teaching this dark drama as some sort of factoid, trying to make it seem that the white supremacy BS is somehow just so wonderful for people of various races that are not white Anglo-Saxon Protestant delusional reprobates. Okay, so let's see, what is it going to tell us about this topic? It's about all this nonsense that's up in the air now that they're wanting to teach as fact. Okay, same right up there with Lies Central. So what we have in the past, we have light, wanted to share light on what actually took place. We have now somebody that's there, and this is the toxic thing of leadership. This is not leadership. This is somebody that wants to overturn education. It's, you know, it's as bad as what Hitler did. Okay? This is right up there with Hitler, or, you know, fascism, all the stuff that's happening. The challenge is not listening, not hearing, blocking ideas, blocking with their fishtails, okay? So this is about all the lies they're perpetrating, stuff up in the air that they want to hold as fact, which is absolute 100% balderdash lies, the fishtails that they're selling. So above it we have coming together. So what about coming together? Who's going to come together? We have feeling beleaguered, feeling beaten, beleaguered, and so these are things that are being worked on. Okay? Working on the fact that these fools don't want to hear truth and want to put out lies to try to rewrite history. You know, like the ones that say, you know, Hitler, you know, the Holocaust never happened. That was a lie. Landing on the moon was a lie. We got a flat Earth. Having a round Earth, it's a lie. It's all lies. Okay? So what we have again, underneath of it, what is being birthed to our American public. We're looking at some judgment from the past nonsense being beat up by these people, and we're looking at the challenge of them trying to tie up things, and there is going to be a argument about it, carrying this burden and walking away from truth and just trying to hold on to their stuff, and again claiming that they faced such losses when it comes to their world, because what? They want to continue to have the comfy life going forward of the Republic Uglies. Need I say more? Okay? They want to continue to have their nonsense and drama. So let's see if we can again break this down, trying to get these things in order of what they were coming out here. So at the center of it, we have all this stuff up in the air when it comes to what they're wanting to teach, how they're changing history. We have people coming together, walking away from these losses that are being faced now through their drama. We have the American people, okay, looking at the light of the past and what is there now and judging this when it comes to their world, okay? So there is judgment that's going to be coming down for what these guys are doing. We have the Republic Uglies working on, trying to hold on, working on their, agenda of wealth and power of the Republic Uglies, okay? We have people feeling abused with this, carrying the burden, so they are having to fight back for the future going forward, because we have the fishtails and we have them trying to block and to mentally tie people up with these lies of desperation that they want to put out, and try to make themselves as good guys, again, as usual. What are they going to say with the Tuskegee Airmen, what was done to them? Okay. Oh, was it? Oh, we're building up their immunity for something else later in their DNA. What kind of lie are they going to tell about that? And sure enough, if it was brought up as a subject, they would try to spin it into something that was so benefiting to those men. For those that don't know, the Tuskegee Airmen was a black cadre of men that were injected with syphilis and not given treatment. And we're going to see how this runs its course. Okay. So let's pull cards. What is going to happen in the next 10 years when it comes to these white supremacist yahoos that are trying to come into positions of power and change history? You cannot whitewash these dark deeds that have been done throughout history and try to make yourself look like the knight in shining armor. It's not going to happen. So what is going to happen in the next 10 years when it comes to these white supremacist ignorant? We have the law. Okay, law and a divergent path. Okay? So maybe something is going to come up to make change when it comes to law. Let's hope it's for the benefit, because this is just so heinous, so heinous. So the other side, we have the publicity and practicality. Okay, practicality of making a divergent path. Publicity about possibly new laws, a practical divergent path perhaps coming up. So maybe in the next 10 years this is going to be heavily addressed and we will make some changes. So let's see what we have. At the center of it we have, yeah, they're nonsense. I swear I did shuffle. So we're back to the same starting point. This nonsense that they have been perpetrating and trying to put out there. We have this strong mentality. This is usually going into it, the past, and their attempts to try to hold on. So maybe it's a, well, let's see what others. The challenge is walking away from this, okay? Walking away, distancing from, and working on this, working on it. The challenge is working on to distance from this stuff. So going into it, we need to have, maybe women will stand up for a stronger mentality against these holdings. Let's see what we have. 10 years, what's going to happen? We have this mental pain, mental, physical pain, heartache of dealing with this. We have compassion, okay? We have compassion, and we have the challenge of seeing that harvest that we did not like coming to fruition, and then trying to work with people to walk away from it, okay? Underneath of it, ending the heartbreak, ending this mental pain and heartbreak in the illusion. That's what we have in the center of it, okay? Ending that. The foundation is putting an end to it. Going into it, yes, going to calmer waters by what? We have men of compassion, women of mental strength, and holding on to what they have, values. And the challenge is feeling beleaguered, looking at the harvest that was there and walking away, working with people. So underneath of it we have working on this, working on the strong mental holdings, trying to figure out the way to go forward, tempering this stuff so that we have what we have, a victory, and women have to take power and have this right judgment when it comes to long-term benefit and outcome, okay? So we don't need to break it down. That was really pretty easy to see that, yes, in 10 years there will be changes. And thank God we will be working on a divergent path, making more practical suggestions, and women need to hold on to power and have that strong mentality and put it out there and make some radical changes. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here. Thank God it looks up for in 10 years that things are going to get better. Thank goodness.